Namaskar friends, I welcome you all to video 12 of week 8. We'll discuss about preparing linguistic expert reports for court. We'll talk about the structure, clarity, ethics and persuasion in forensic linguistic testimony. Let's deep dive into this week. This is going to be the concluding video of week 8. As you are moving towards the final session of week 8, we'll discuss about analysis that is very powerful. But when you talk about reports, right, it should be communicated well too. That means only powerful analysis is not required, but the communication of the same in a proper manner is also required. In this video, we'll learn how to do that one. Friends, earlier you learned how to analyze question documents from every angle, be it linguistic patterns, authorship cues, deception markers, multimodal analysis, even stylometry, handwriting and integration. But there is one more essential skill, and that skill is presenting your findings in a clear, structured and ethical manner. A brilliant analysis loses value if the report is unclear or inadmissible. So, as a forensic linguist, your responsibility is not only to uncover the truth but to communicate it with same precision. Now, let's understand what makes a linguistic expert report court ready. A court ready linguistic report must be, number 1, clear in structure, number 2, grounded in methodology, number 3, transparent in reasoning, number 4, supported by evidence, and number 5, written in language understandable to non-linguists. Friends, judges do not require technical jargon. They require clarity. Every statement must be defensible, verifiable, and free from exaggeration. A forensic linguist's report must demonstrate expertise without overstating certainty. Now understand the core structure of linguistic expert report. Friends, a typical expert report includes title and case reference, your qualifications, purpose of analysis, document examined, methodology applied, observations and linguistic findings, comparison with non-samples, conclusion presented as probability, limitations of analysis, supporting exhibits and appendices. This structure ensures that the court understands how you arrived at your opinion step by step, without assumptions or any kind of ambiguity. Now let's talk about the heart of forensic credibility, its methodology. Friends, your report must clearly explain how you analyzed the document. Did you use stylistic comparison, function word analysis, stylometry, discourse analysis, deception markers, variation analysis? The methodology must be replicable. Another expert should be able to follow your process. Friends, transparency in the method builds judicial trust and protects your findings from cross-examination challenges. As a forensic linguist, you need to keep two things separate: observations and interpretations. One of the most common error is merging observations with interpretations. Friends, observations are factual. For example, the document displays inconsistent spelling of the same word, whereas interpretations are analytical. For instance, this inconsistency may indicate disguise or poor literacy. By keeping these stages separate, you avoid confusing the reader and demonstrate expert discipline. Courts appreciate clarity and objectivity. Friends, the most important thing is presenting probability, not certainty. Forensic linguistics rarely provides absolute conclusions. Instead, you express your findings in terms of likelihood. For example, the linguistic features strongly suggest that the question document is consistent with the writing style of person X, or the document contains multiple inconsistencies that reduce the likelihood of authorship by person Y. Such statements are credible and admissible because they avoid overclaiming. You also should know how to write findings that judges understand immediately. Clear, simple language helps the court grasp your findings quickly. You need to replace technical terms with intuitive explanations. Instead of lexical density, you might say the number of advanced words per sentence. Instead of discourse discontinuity, you say abrupt shifts in the flow of ideas. Remember, your job is to be precise without being intimidating. A judge should finish reading your report and feel enlightened, not overwhelmed. Friends, the power of exhibits is what? Yes, you guessed well. Using examples to strengthen your report is the power of exhibition. Exhibits visually demonstrate your linguistic findings. These may include highlighted sections showing stylistic mismatch, tables of function words frequencies, side-by-side sentence structures comparisons, charts demonstrating vocabulary shifts, screenshots showing layout anomalies. Friends, when examples appear clearly in the report, your conclusion becomes more persuasive. Always reference exhibits logically within the text. Let's understand a linguistic report that changed a court's understanding by one example. In a case involving a disputed resignation letter, the linguistic report demonstrated that the vocabulary and tone differed sharply from employees' earlier communication. The report included exhibits showing inconsistent pronoun use, unusual transitions, and vocabulary outside the author's natural range. The court found the linguistic evidence compelling. The clarity of report's structure made the findings easy to digest and strengthened the judicial decision. Let's understand this with one more example. A suicide note where linguistic caution protected the integrity of testimony. In a delicate case involving a suicide note, the linguist avoided making absolute statements and clearly articulated limitations. Instead of claiming forgery, the expert stated the linguistic features do not strongly align with the non-writing habits of the deceased. Friends, this careful phrasing protected the report from misinterpretation and ensured the testimony remained ethical and admissible. The most important thing is precision in language became a form of respect for the judicial process. Friends, every report must include limitations. For example, insufficient sample size, lack of comparable writing, translation issues, digital degradation, collaboration influence. Likewise, declaring limitations does not weaken your analysis. On the contrary, it strengthens your credibility. Courts value experts who understand the boundaries of their discipline. Now, let's understand the preparation for courtroom testimony based on your report. Your expert report is the foundation of your court testimony. You must be ready to explain your findings confidently, support your methodology, and remain calm under cross examination. Judicial questioning often targets your reasoning process, not your conclusion. Friends, clarity in your written report makes oral testimony easier and more secure. That means the truth must be clear enough to stand in the court. Now you understand how to transform linguistic insight into legal evidence. A forensic linguist's responsibility is not only to detect truth, but to communicate the truth clearly, responsibly, and ethically. Friends, when we are coming to conclude the week 8, I must appreciate your patience, the way you have connected with me, and the way we have walked through week 8 together to witness the nuances of forensic linguistics. We have miles to go. Our next step takes us into week 9, where we bridge linguistic analysis with psychology and organized crime investigations, advancing deeper into the cognitive and behavioral side of forensic linguistics. The way you enjoyed week 8, I'm sure that you will also enjoy week 9 and coming weeks. So stay tuned with me to this course on forensic linguistics. I'll catch you in the week 9 very soon. Till then, thank you very much.